Here we go. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This week we talk about a bunch of cool stuff. At least I think it's cool. I don't know. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend so far. Hope you're all excited to go back to work. Why wouldn't you be, right? Just so everybody knows, I'm just gonna let everybody know right now. I have had my second COVID shot, so that's why I'm not wearing a mask. So you are all safe. You and you and you, not you. There's no helping you. A mask ain't gonna save your ass. It's just not gonna happen. But everybody else is fine. Everybody else is good to go. So we're gonna start this off with something kind of sad. I guess it's been a long time coming, but well, let's read it together, shall we? I got this. I got this email on the 29th, so a couple weeks ago. I've been mulling it over, and trying to cope with the sadness. But it looks like the PlayStation Store is closing for the PSP, the PS3, and eventually the PS Vita. So if you can't read that, I'm going to read this first little paragraph. We can discuss. It says, "Hi, Fox _19K." That's how I had to do my my PSN name. They couldn't. So 19K Fox was taken. Who the hell did that? I don't know. So we are closing PlayStation Store on PlayStation 3 on July 2nd, 2021, and on PlayStation Vita devices, August 27th, 2021. Additionally, the remaining purchase functionality for the PSP, the PlayStation Portable, will retire on July 2nd, 2021 after thoughtful consideration. We decided to make these changes in an effort to focus our resources for the PlayStation Store on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, which will enable us to enhance the customer experience even further. We thank you for your support on these platforms throughout the years. Very sad. It goes on to say, so, it specifies, breaks out a couple questions. What does this mean for you? You will no longer be able to purchase PS3, PS Vita, and PSP digital content, including games and video content. You will also no longer be able to make in-game purchases through games on PS3, PS Vita, and PSP. While the PSP storefront was previously closed in 2016, the remaining PSP purchase functionality, for example, in-game purchases, will now be fully retired. Okay. So what does this mean for us? Nothing. I mean, for guys like me who have PlayStation Portable collections, I long ago downloaded everything on my PlayStation 3. I put a big hard drive in there, and all my purchases are backed up anyway. But what this does mean is this is going to be your last chance to download some of these old PS1 titles, some of the old PS2 titles. Some of those are actually worth downloading. Some of them are actually worth playing and having on a system. Maybe not a PSP. And to be honest, I don't break these out all the time. When I do travel, I'm going to be gone, especially when I'm out of the country. I'll take one of these. I've got emulation on my PSP Go here. This is really, I love this little system. But I've got some emulation on there, CPS2 emulation and all that, so I can still play those games, including my beloved Alien vs. Predator when I'm out of the country, away from American internet. But if you were on the fence about downloading something that you want to have on your PS3, I don't know how many people actually have a PS3. I do. I still plug it in and fire it up from time to time. It's great for some of the some of those old remasters of old arcade games, which before, I guess, people like Arcade 1-Up came along and decided to go ahead and make a cabinet for that. But they redid X-Men, the arcade game, for the PS3. They had a really great HD remake of Ninja Turtles, the Turtles in Time. They rebuilt the game. So that was really cool. So there's a couple things out there that, like I said, if you've been on the fence for a while, if you are in the retro space, if you want to have some good HD versions of these games, now's a good time to maybe jump in and get that and take advantage of it, because as of July, you're going to be done, kids. And PS Vita, sadly, a dead system, a system that had all the potential in the world, is going to be done in August. That's probably the biggest disappointment, I think, for Sony. The PlayStation 3 stumbled out the gate, but the PS Vita, man, that was poised to be. That could have really been a legit challenger for the Game Boy, I think. It really could have been like, hey, listen, you can have high-end gaming on the go. The PSP did a great job competing, but not really dominating, coming in like a close second to Nintendo. But, the Vita it was just so poised to do something real, and Sony just couldn't help. They couldn't help but stepping on their own member. So, let's say hi to the chat. What's going on? A-Bit Vinyl, so my brother. Can't wait, man. I see you've played around with the Legacy cabinet already. Oh, you mean that thing? Yeah. Well, we'll get into that. I would love to hear what you did with it. You bring the bourbon, I'll bring the beer. I got the bourbon right here. And I'm not going to go into a full-blown conversation about it, but we will discuss it some in a few. How you doing? Nice to see you, Archdemi Dragon. How you doing, man? What do you say, bro? What do you say, bro? I say, how you doing? PCFTW. The same person that got Ryan Kennel on Twitter is using your Fox tag. He is an evil bastard. The same person that got Ryan Kennel on Twitter is using your Fox tag. Is he using my logo? See, this is another reason why I'm not on Twitter. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm not on Twitter. It's a hellscape of pure evil, and it will take your soul from your body. And no, it's just not my cup of tea. Twitter's just, I don't have a lot of use for it other than communicating with some of my fellow YouTubers, but I can do that through other means. So, I need to know. I'll reach out to Ryan and see what's going on with that. But thank you for giving me the heads up there. No game consoles whatsoever. You have no game consoles whatsoever. I still have PS3 connected to my TV. I have all the older Resident Evil downloaded on it. Yes. I mean, I've got a 500 gigabyte hard drive on mine. I don't need a terabyte. I think I've still got a couple hundred gigs left of space, but I got a ton of stuff on there. I've got a ton of stuff on there. And it's, I've got the last gen. I've had all versions of the PlayStation 3. I got that last one, the super cheap one, the super slim. And I hope it's going to be reliable for a long time. There's a big lack of moving parts. So I hope that's going to mean longevity, because when that thing dies, it's going to be a sad day. That's one of my favorite consoles. PS3 was pretty amazing. There's also piracy for PS Vita, PS3. Hate to say it. There's a lot of, and there's no way to get around that. PSP was pretty notorious for piracy, especially when you had the UMD format and all that. And then they had the micro SD cards, which was easy to find a workaround for that. So I think that's why with the PSP Go, they went with a different memory card. And then with the PS Vita, they went with a completely different memory card from that. I think it was M2 memory for the PSP Go. And they went to something totally different. And it was a card made just for PS Vita, and it was ridiculously expensive and just sad. Joke? I'm not a joke. Oops, that joke failed. Sorry. I don't know which joke you're talking about. The same person that got Ryan Kennel on Twitter is using your Fox tag. He's an evil bastard. I don't know. I'm sorry, I missed a joke. It's my bad. It's not you. It wasn't the delivery. It was the reception. So it's my bad. Moving on to something else. I saw this today or yesterday, and I had to share it with you. This is pretty amazing. So let me share my screen, and we can talk about one of the greatest toy, if not the greatest toy of all time. It is, of course, the voice-activated, transforming Optimus Prime. It's something to behold for sure. I think I saw the CNET review of this. I'm trying to bring up. this over here. Give me just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There we are. Volume down. So, yeah, I saw this on CNET, and I was blown away. So let's start with the negative. $700, and it's sold out. Now, I can tell you that I checked on this 2 hours ago, maybe 3, and there were still some pre-orders available. Now it is completely, totally, 100% sold out. Great. But let's look at what could have been. Let's look at what might still be. I think that if this thing takes off, and this is actually on the Hasbro Pulse website, if you're interested, collectibles. This is something that I think that if it takes off, we could see maybe a cheaper version or maybe a second run of these. But anyway, there is a little video down here. I know Optimus may look a little weird, but there's a reason for all that. Let's see if I can play this video and let's discuss. Here we go.
Fate rarely calls upon us at the moment of our choosing. Our legacy spans many.
And let me know in the chat if you can hear that. Thumbs up or down.
I am Optimus Prime. I've returned more powerful than ever.
Introducing the world's first auto-converting, interactive, voice-enabled, programmable Autobot hero.
Greatest toy of all time.
The Transformers toy that defined a generation comes to life by the command of your voice or mobile device. Standing an amazing 19 inches
I mean, look at this damn thing.
5,000 components, finished with premium materials, make this G1 Optimus Prime impressively authentic.
Decepticons detected.
60 microchips power the
6 microchips. Yeah, so okay, yeah, we got it. Anyway, this thing looks nuts. It is totally voice activated. The reviews that I saw, it transforms completely right in front of you. You don't have to do anything or push anything. This is, I mean, you're talking about, like 10-year-old me losing my mind. I mean, that is just nuts. I've seen a few of I think this same company has made some other generic robots, and I think this is it. Yeah, let's watch this.
Let's go.
Control your Optimus Prime.
Yeah, check it out. It actually drives.
Library of voice commands like attack,
Fire now.
or use the mobile. Every collector will enjoy the preloaded actions, with more to come.
That's crazy, dude. This is nuts.
New features and the ability to create your own sequences with graphical programming within the app. Built by Robosen and licensed by Hasbro, this limited edition delivers endless.
It's already freaking sold out. It's $700. I don't know. What do you think? You think that's? I think that's. I'd rather have that than a RK1, a pinball machine. About the same price. That thing's amazing. That looks awesome. And finally, we actually have legit transforming robots, actual transformers that transform. Voice command. That's pretty interesting. I think it's a great sort of window into the future. Where are we going? What are we going to have? Think about the toys that kids are going to have. I think that hopefully this means we're going to reduce the amount of crap, and you're going to see a push to more premium toys, because these figures that are coming out for even like Star Wars characters and stuff, it's just not what it should be at this point as far as the quality goes. Black Series figures seem to be pretty good, but there's a lot of just junk out there. So, I mean, I saw that and I was like, damn, that's awesome. But $700, I got to save money. I got RK1 up money. I gotta spend, so you said, oops, damn spelling. Yo, bro, Demajana, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Demajana, what'd you think about that, man? Did you see that? You see that Optimus Prime? That was dope. I'm telling you, man. $700. Yes, Red Sea Gaming. $700. Hello, Brad O'Connell. How are you doing? I better be able to drive it for that price tag. Yeah, no kidding. It better go get me a beer and bring it back or something. Gary got 2, didn't he? He might have. You need to hit him up in his next live stream, or hit him up on Twitter and say, listen, save one for one of us. Damn, come on. Wow, 700 and sold out. It does look awesome though. It looks amazing, but 8-bit, we know exactly what's, we've experienced this before too with all these cabinets coming out, whether it's 400 or 500 or 600 or $700 for a pinball machine. It's like it pops up on GameStop and it's sold out instantly. I don't know how many. I'm trying to remember. I may have to go back and watch the video. I don't know how many of these were going to be produced. Limited edition, I think it was 1,000 maybe. I'm not sure. So that's pretty crazy to think that 1,000 of these at $700 could go that quick. I say that quick. The CNET video and other videos that I saw of it came out 2 days ago. I don't know when the pre-orders went live, but that was 2 days ago that they actually started pumping it out. Hasbro Pulse actually had a video out with Kevin Smith, and that video dropped 2 days ago. So I'm safe to assume that it was a live order, pre-order for 2 days. Today being Sunday, I'm assuming it probably ran through the weekend. And damn. Okay, so you could hear it. That's good. That's good. Robo Grunt, what the hell is up, brother? How you doing? Dope. Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I want to see an animatronic Goku now, going through all the moves. That's another thing. You're going to have action figures, that are going to have these robotic, it's when it's a robot doing it, transforming it, that's one thing. But what about an action figure that you can just give commands to and they take different poses? You don't think that would sell? I guarantee you, because I see some of these statues that you see on YouTube, these guys are paying $1,500 for these things, and they're just statues. They're awesome. They're maybe 2 feet tall, but they just stand there. You get an action figure that actually has action and does something. Psh, come on, man. Take my money. Damn. Terminator beware, self-aware. Yeah, exactly. That's the next step. 8-bit. It's when they become self-aware and then they start killing us. Luckily, they're 19 inches tall, but they could still kill you because they don't sleep. Do they? Hell no. Evil never sleeps. Evil never sleeps. This is freaking cool. It's so cool, bruh. Will he link up to my Roomba and help clean? Haha, man, that thing is nuts. Yeah, actually, can you imagine if like he drives up to the Roomba and transforms and then gets on top and says, roll out? It's a matter of time. That Hasbro is going to license that voice to every robotic thing out there. Have you seen the robotic lawnmowers out front? Same thing. You're going to have a freaking Optimus Prime voice on there. Say, I'm mowing your yard. Howdy, y'all. That is cool. That is cool, man. I'm telling you, it's pretty. Yeah, it looks like the movie Small Soldiers. He'll probably come alive and kill us. Yeah, that was actually. I like that movie. That was a good movie. Yep, indeed. Should be $100. Should be $100. Let's see. I'm interested to see, because if it's like anything else, when they see that demand, it becomes more of a sure thing, and maybe we can see an actual reasonable price. I think he got one for AZ and one for himself. Yeah, probably. I liked it. Price point maybe out of, yeah, well, it's out of my range, man. It's definitely out of my range for sure. Built-in scarcity model. Yeah, exactly. Scalpers. Oh yeah, we'll sell it for $1,400. Man, this thing will probably go for more than that. Absolutely, be more than that. So you've probably noticed that there's something behind me. And my last video where I sort of flat out lied to all my subscribers, I'm not going to apologize because I had fun with that video. So, but it was legit. I canceled the pre-order because I found a guy local that had this thing for. It was actually, I think I said in my video, it was like $30. I think it was probably $50 more than what my pre-order was going to be after shipping and everything else, or taxes, because shipping was free, but taxes. So. Still, I paid less for this than I did the Marvel vs. Capcom. So there's more included games. Didn't get a stool with it. Didn't get a lit deck protector, but it's pretty freaking rare. And I missed out on the Mortal Kombat, the first one. So I figured I'd jump on it. And I'm just going to say, I'm not going to do a full review tonight, but I am going to say there are some massive problems with this. Some of this stuff that I saw before and pointed out, some of the stuff I didn't see. I didn't think about, I didn't realize. Some of the things aren't as bad as I thought. There are some quality issues and some things that sort of exceeded my expectations. But it's going to take a whole nother video, maybe even a separate live stream to go over it. And maybe we can do that too. We can do a live stream where you can, you can ask me questions and I can point out specifics. But I think I'm going to need to do a video. There were I had some issues with assembly. And I had no idea there's some things that were changed. I know I said I wasn't going to go into too much detail, but I'm just going to leave it like this. They made changes to the cab that did nothing to improve it whatsoever. They only negatively impacted the cabinet. There were several things that were done that don't make any sense. They don't make any sense. But, we're going to get into that more. Probably, I think maybe next week. Maybe next week I can get into that and we can discuss in excruciating detail, because I think that I think in some ways it's a step back, and I think in other ways it's actually a step forward. So sadly, it's not a total disaster, because that would have been a great video to make. But it's also not a success, or not a total success anyway. They will hype it more since it's not available. Well, that's another thing. I mean, once it's not available, $1,400, this could be $2,000 easy. I mean, people are nuts. People are absolutely nuts. I mean, there's people on eBay paying, almost $1,000 for this, $700, $800. What is wrong with you? I just don't get it. I mean, this is not something cutting edge. This is not something that's going to like a PS5, where you're going to have games that come out and it requires the PS5. This is not that. This is a thing that's going to sit in a corner and play games. I mean, when you get it now or later, it doesn't really matter. I wanted to get my hands on one sooner than later because I got a channel and I want to talk about it. And there's a couple people out there that asked my opinion and wanted to know what I thought. So I needed to get my hands on one. And to be honest with you, I had no idea what was going on with my pre-order. I mean, I really didn't. The fact that I had zero, like with the pre-order, and I've talked about this before, the pre-order with the MVC cab was, it was delayed several times, but every time there was a delay, I was notified and I saw the date change and okay, there you go. So a month here, a month here, a month here, but I saw what was happening. I was getting a little concerned. I'm like, damn, they keep doing this, and I'm just going to drop it. But with this one, I had a date. It was like March 18th, I think, or 19th, and then nothing. That date came and went, and nothing. Crickets, nothing. And if I went to the website, nothing. If I went to my iPad to actually view the GameStop app on my iPad, nothing. It didn't say, there was no update. If I went to my iPhone and looked at the app there, it had a date on it. 5/2, May 2nd. But that was I don't know. It wasn't consistent on all the platforms. It wasn't consistent on the website. And when I called, I could never get, I spoke to a couple people and I could never really get an answer from them. So, I didn't know what I was going to get or when I was going to get it. This guy was funny. This guy was, he's engaged. He's getting married and he had to sell it. I'm thinking, now, if this is how it starts, buddy, it doesn't get any better. But it was in the box. I still got the box over there. So it was completely sealed. And had a few tears in the box, but nothing major. So I think what I got is a good representation of the actual. I think it's new. I mean, it's a brand new thing. I do have the instruction manual here, and I'm just going to tell you this, okay? When you get to step 15, and I'll go over it more in my video review of this. When you get to step 15, if there's any guns in your house, lock them up and put them away because you might want to kill yourself. I suggest you maybe have a drink on step 14. So when you get to step 12, page 15. So when you get to step 12, okay, I'm gonna tell you why later in the video. But it's a step that was aggravating before on the Gen 3s, on the Legacies. It's freaking nuts. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So another thing, the Raiden 2 Countercade project is done. It's done. It's going to have one more iteration later. I think I've talked about this before. I've talked about the PlayStation Classic. There are going to be some compatibility issues with some of the games on this, loading up on this. So I've got to fully test this. I've got an image burn of Raiden. I'm going to put it on this. I have not seen any videos of Raiden, the Raiden project, running on this. I'm sure it's going to be fine, but I got to verify that that's going to work. So I got to put it on here. I got to see this, run it, and as long as that's okay, then I got to make sure that my controller, my encoder, is going to be able to work with this also. Once I get all that checked out, then I'll do a quick update video where we do some swapping. But I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty happy about it. I can't wait for you to see it. It turned out really nice. And I'm not just saying that because I did it, because everyone knows I do phenomenal work. Just phenomenal. It's the greatest stuff ever. But besides my undeniable, amazing talent. No, I did. It turned out pretty good. It turned out pretty good. I hope that this is going to inspire a lot of y'all to go out there and do it yourself. And it's going to be, did the PlayStation work? Did the PS1 fit with all the cables and wires and stuff? Stay tuned. But that video is actually going to drop tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, about 6 a.m. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and hopefully you will enjoy it. So people will pay for them on eBay. Flippers gobbling them up. Listen, that's just capitalism. If you got to fork out, and it's also, it's speculation. They got to cough up $1,400 to get two of those Optimus Primes. They want to keep one for themselves, and they want to resell one. They're banking on somebody else having at least $700 to take it off their hands. What if there's not that much of a desire for it? It's probably a safe bet. It's a pretty iconic character. It's a pretty amazing toy. So pretty sure that's going to be Roomba Transformers they're the future. They are the future. That should be a prerequisite for all robotic voices from here on out. Optimus or Megatron voices. Exactly. Peter Cullen could just sit there in a recording booth for years, and him and his entire family will, reap all the benefits. They'll have royalties forever. What's wrong with that? Huh? Nothing. Makes you want to go out and be a voice actor, huh? And hopefully one day. Thanks for trolling us. Yeah, I had to listen to one line. All those reasons were valid for canceling a pre-order. Also, being able to get one is another reason to cancel your pre-order. That was a great video. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I hope that y'all had sort of picked up on the fact that I had that really sappy music playing, a little guitar music. I thought that's going to be that'll be the hint. They'll know something's up. They'll watch it and they're like, wait a minute, what the hell is he talking about? Something's going on. But yeah, that was my low. Nearly thumbs nearly thumbs down it. That was the best video yet. Skylar K. Listen, you downvoted. I understand. It's I ain't trying to please everybody, just throwing it out there. And like it, don't like it. It's up to you, man. I have no idea what that. You smiley face with the back. Is that a side smile? What are you doing? What are you doing, Bobby? Don't be getting all juvenile with me. I don't understand. I'm an old man. I don't understand all these emojis, whatnot. Thanks for stopping by, Bobby. I appreciate you. Oh, wow. The Optimus is already listed on eBay. No, it's not. Is it? Is it really? Okay, hold on. Let's go. Let's check this out. Let's check this out. I am also on eBay at 19K Fox, so if I ever do sell some parts and pieces and whatnot, I will definitely let you know where to go. What is that? Robo. I forget what that's. What was it called? RoboSyn. Let's go RoboSyn. Let's see what we got. Oh, damn. You gotta be kidding me. No, dude. Listen, this is all over the place. Y'all got to check this out. Oh, my God. Dude, that's 1,700? Tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. Check this out. We got this is nuts, kids. This is nuts. This is nuts. Good on you. Look at this. Holy crap. Son of a. So if you spent $700 on the pre-order, you can turn a massive profit. Listen, $2,500. There's 10 people watching an auction for $6,000. Son of a. What the hell is going on with you people? What do you mean, you people? I mean, you people. I mean, the people that are watching this auction. Are you watching it just, that's the buy it now price. So what do you want? There's no bidding involved. So why are you watching it? Don't tell me you're going to sit here. Well, if I get my, maybe you're hoping Biden's going to send you some more money. We'll get you another stimulus check and you can spend that money. I mean, $6,000 or $3,000 or best offer. Or best offer. Now here's, I guess this is the robot that they did before, the T9 robot. $390. Still half the price, $3,000, $1,800 or best offer. Damn, this is crazy. See? If you scooped up that pre-order, kids. Now, I didn't click on the pre-order. I don't know how much money they wanted up front, but I am kicking myself now because it was just a few hours ago. It was open. $1,700 there, $7,000, and dude's got $52 for shipping. What? $7,000 wasn't, you can't throw in free shipping at $7,000, and 30 people are watching this one. Come on, man. What the hell is this? You would no. Stop. All 30 of you quit. You stop right now. No. Don't do that. God, man, that's crazy. $6,000, $7,000. We clearly underestimated the scalpers, didn't we, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Wow. I need to quit my day job and just look for pre-orders. You could probably make that just off RK1 up, right? Yeah, 17. Yeah, so man, they done jumped up, didn't they? Agreed. On more difficult assembly. You know where I'm going, don't you, 8-bit? You know where I'm headed. Assembly was a pain in the what? $1? Oh, we may have to I may have to send you boys a link. Let me float that idea right now. Okay. 8-bit Robo Grunt. I don't know if Robo Grunt, I don't know if you have a channel. And I've been trying to get the Original Console Gamer on here, but he's always busy. That guy, he's crazy. Let's say we do you want to do I'm actually in town this week. So if you want to do a live stream this week, hit me up on Instagram. You can find me let me just while I'm talking about it. Shameless plug right there. Yeah, I don't do Twitter, but you can send me messages on Instagram if you find me. And let's see, and I can send you a link. Maybe we do a live stream. Because I think especially 8-bit, I know you're going to want to modify yours, so I should have listened to the fan community before releasing. I do not get it. I don't get it either. That's insane. Product could have easily been fixed before. Yeah. The thing is, Brad, they made mistakes that they messed up something that they got right before. That's what I don't understand. Snow Dub, brother, what is going on? I don't know if you saw. I got a little something back there, buddy. Get over here. We got to do that live stream, man. We were actually just talking about a Snow Dub, talking about maybe doing a little something on these legacy cabs, having a powwow / bitch session on those that actually have it. Yes, if you would be so kind, if you're doing that honor and favor, is smash that like button. Maybe share the stream if you want. If you are so inclined, much appreciated. Really helps. Hi, Bobby. What's up, Brad? Jolly Green. Are you a giant? I like my Midway cab. I guess I'm in the minority. Not necessarily. I made no bones about the problems I had with it, before I got it. Now that I have it, Jolly, I'm not going to give anybody a hard time that likes it. But there are some major flaws that you got to address. But no, I don't know that you're really going to be in the minority. These cabinets could actually split the community. You could actually have a real schism between those that are really frustrated with Arcade 1-Up and are just pissed off, and which, I've been there. I'm not currently pissed off now, but I have been. I have very much so been. And I know you got a lot of people that are pissed off and they're ready to hate everything that Arcade 1-Up does. They're ready to pick on those flaws. And I'm not saying they're not justified, but I think there's some real positives in the cab, but we'll have to talk about that. I'm trying to do some trying to scrounge some people up. Step 12. I tried for half hour, got some frustrated, stopped building it, and waited until the next day to finish. You see what I'm saying? Listen to me, people. Listen to me. People that have this cab know exactly where I'm coming from. This is why I think we got to have a live stream about the difficulties of some of these, some of the assembly, some of the mistakes. Some of the mistakes indeed. Brad said, "Glad I was drinking." I wasn't drinking. The troll video. Oh, I appreciate you, man. Yeah. Don't. It would make me sad to know that you launch some alcohol through your nose, because that ain't good. That ain't good at all. So yeah, be interesting. To see. It costs more than my first car. Yeah, me too. Dastardly. Yeah, my first. My first car was free. We had to fix it, and then my first purchase was $5,000. So yeah, crazy. Best offer, $100. Yeah, it's cool, but after a while, it's kind of like the voice activated R2-D2 that came out years ago. God, probably a decade ago now. After a while, what are you gonna do with it? It's really cool to show off, but I don't know. Yeah, sorry, I didn't read your comment. 7K made me laugh so hard, almost passed out. Take a breath, and then continue laughing after you have taken a breath. I'm thinking about buying a still-in-box Optimus Prime much better deal. Really? Yeah, I think I'd rather do that. I'd rather invest in the vintage toys there. God, man, if nothing else, just to have the box art. Those Generation 1 toys with that's what I've got, some old picture of me somewhere as a kid with that first Generation 1 Optimus Prime. And that I would do this. I'm sure everybody else did it. I'm not special in this regard, but I would take the back of the box and then take a little pin and I would put it on my wall, and it had all of Optimus Prime's attributes, and it had the 80s styling. That was awesome. You've got the Namco Legacy, no complaints really. See, I think you get the better of the legacies. The Namco and the Atari are not going to have some of the issues that these two-player legacies have, and it's weird. But I think yours looks good. I think the Atari Legacy is probably the best looking of them all. Super retro, and very distinctive, which is what you want when you got something that you paid this money for and have to be sort of a centerpiece in your game room. Okay, Fox, I'll find you on Instagram and we will get that MK. Yes, we got to get that MK stream going. You can be the original Mortal Kombat owner, right? That Generation 2 cab, you can be that guy, and we can talk and we can bounce stuff off each other, because there's differences. There's big differences for sure. It's nice that at least they are at least doing 12-in-1. Yeah, 12-in-1s, and may not have bothered to put a pie in my. That's the thing. See, thanks Anti-Calgary for commenting. When you have a Pandora's box or a retro or a Raspberry Pi in anything you made, and I've got one in my custom bar top that I built a riser for. It's the Alien versus Predator. When you've got thousands of games, if you don't have a really, really, really good menu system, if you don't have a good front end to categorize and organize everything, it becomes an issue where you're like, I just want to walk up to it and play something. And if I've got to sit here and think about all these different games, you just kind of walk away from it. And I know it sounds silly, but you can have too many games. Because at the end of the day, you're not, you may play some of these games once, you may play some of these games never, but you're going to have a few that are your favorites that you want to play all the time. So 12 and 1s are definitely, I think that this is the better of the two legacy cabs, the two legacy 2-player cabs, this and the Capcom. I will say this, I think this is better. Now, I don't own the other one, but I know the games list, and having owned this one and knowing the styling, they're basically similar other than graphics, the colors and all that. This is, I think, I give this the edge because you have a better game selection, because you don't have 5 Street Fighter 2 games and then the first Street Fighter, which is cool to have, but nobody likes that game. Nobody likes it. It's good for, I guess, nostalgia. It's good for, understanding where it came from, knowing how bad the first one was, and how and the evolution into the second game, which is one of the most influential games ever made. But to have 5 versions of that same game is ridiculous. It's not a Capcom legacy cabinet. It's a Street Fighter legacy cabinet. I will beat this drum for the rest of my, until they come out with one. Alien versus Predator should have been on that cabinet. If that was on the Midway legacy cabinet, I would have been all over it. Capcom came out with that home arcade joystick thing. It was like a Pandora's box. It's a 2-player thing, home arcade stick. They came out with Alien versus Predator on that. I don't understand. I don't get it. If that was a part, you can make it its own cabinet. I would love that. I would prefer that. But if it was a part of the Capcom legacy cabinet, I would have ate that up. I would have probably bought 2 and just left one in a damn box. I probably would have had 2 and then reskin the second one for Alien versus Predator. That is one of the best arcade games ever made. That is one of those games. That's one of those games where, you can walk up to it and you can get lost in it. Those side-scrolling beat-em-up games that are just so much fun, and it's a recognizable property. It's Alien, it's Predator, and brother, what are you doing? This is not necessary. Thank you so much. What's up, brother? Hope you are well. Rhodes, one of the best people out there. I have been so happy watching you and John Matrix blow the hell up. Love both of y'all. This is insane. This is way too much. I appreciate it. If you're interested, Black and White Entertainment, they have a great channel. They have a great network now. They're Black and White Entertainment, Black and White Sports. It's a good sort of conservative take on sports and everything in general. And these are 2 really good Texas boys. And I'm gonna have to blow you up with. I hope you like Killer Instinct. Here you go, brother.
Afraid your path ends here.
Rhodes, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. And of course, you're welcome on this show anytime. Jolly, did you get your second box? I don't know what you're talking about. I apologize. I must have jumped. Oh, there we go. Jolly Green. Yeah. It's a great cab. I just think some of the earlier Street Fighters didn't need to be. Yeah, that's the thing. I was just talking about that. When you got 5 Street Fighter 2s on there, it's not a Capcom legacy cabinet. It is it's a Street Fighter 2 legacy cabinet. It's a Street Fighter collection. Even if they would have thrown like a Street Fighter Alpha in there, you could have had that. I think you really could. Capcom has some great freaking games. They really have some awesome games, and that could have been the legacy cabinet to end all cabinets. It really could have. You could have had just some phenomenal games out there. If you look at the whole list of the CPS2 games, they're phenomenal. And they still have a pretty good selection beyond those 6 fighting games. They're all Street Fighter themed. Beyond those, you still have a pretty good collection. You could have just dug a little deeper. You could have easily dug a little deeper and got something else. Captain Commando, something that kind of comes to mind. where you could have really broke that up. That's not on there, is it? I didn't just say a game that's on there, is it? I don't think there is. That's not on. But you could have really dug in. I mean, Alien versus Predator. I'm going to beat that drum forever. But there's so many other games you could have mixed it up. Bionic Commando, I think, would have been a good one. Of course, like the Punisher. See, this is the thing. You got that weird Marvel Capcom license where Marvel was basically whoring themselves out back in the day because they were damn near bankrupt. That's why Sony got Spider-Man and everything else. Marvel was stealing everything. Everybody bought up Marvel, back in the day. And I love that because it gave us some of the greatest games. I, as a kid in the freaking early 90s, late 80s, loved these freaking games. Marvel and Capcom coming together, freaking loved it. And then as I got a little bit older and I got a Dreamcast, I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many hours I spent playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on my Dreamcast. Me and my brother freaking killed it. And that was so cool. That console was so cool, the Dreamcast. You had that VMU, that memory card with a little thing, with a little video screen on it. When I played NFL 2K, and it was player versus player. Your plays came up on that little VMU. So you're looking down at so they couldn't see what plays you were picking. I mean, traditional games, they know the three plays you're going to pick. But on this, with the VMU in the damn controller, they had no idea. They didn't know what you could run, you're going to pass. They didn't know what your formation was going to be. They had to look on the screen to see on the actual TV to see what your formation was. But that was so awesome. Definitely. Street Fighter needed more variance in game style. Yeah, it was a great game, but it was the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it was Hyper, it was Super, it was Championship Edition. When they added more characters, that was cool. That is, to me, in my mind, a leap. That is a difference worth highlighting. But yeah, it's wondering if 19K realizes who this is. Eagle Rider? I do. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I remember you. I saw you change your name. Congratulations. You're coming up there in subs too, aren't you? Jolly, did you get your second box? I think I already saw that. You demanded? No, brother. You're the man. I really appreciate it. It's really awesome. Vendetta is the best beat 'em up of all time, and nobody has ever played it. Marty McFly, did you go back in time and then forward in time? Which Marty am I talking to here? I mean, is this current? Is this 2015 or is this 1985? I'm just curious. Vendetta, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't played it either. So you're right. But I will dig deep and find it. I know that's you, Rosetta. Dig deep and find that game because I hate to have a good game totally pass me by. Awesome, bro. Yes, the next day, loving it. I don't know what box you got. Holy what? That was awesome. Ultimate, yeah, hell yeah, man. Ultimate combo. I gotta have something special for my super chats. I always do. All Street Fighter 2 games should count as one. That's good. Maybe you could have two variants. Maybe have two. Maybe have the original Street Fighter with I think it was the 8 original characters, and then have the one where they, I can't remember which one it was. When they opened it up, I think it was the new challengers, and all the characters were on there. But then you got to go beyond. You got to include one of the Street Fighter alphas. If you don't want to do Alpha 3, maybe Alpha 3 is its own cabinet. Fine, but have Alpha 1 because at least they changed the style. It looks graphically different. There was new characters. Great. Great is good. 19K, you know me. Trust me. You can't have forgotten. I know. See, I know. And I know Rosetta, and I said your name before I even read this comment. So I know. I'm still listen. I may have changed my focus of my channel, but I'm still hanging out. Lurking in your chats because there's a lot of great people out there who've really been good to me, and I can't. I'm obligated to at least support you with views and likes and all good stuff. Punisher. Yeah, Brad. Punisher. There you go. Punisher is a great Capcom made some great Marvel games. They really did. Cadillacs and dinosaurs. Yeah, exactly. Look, we got somebody else say that? Cadillacs and dinosaurs? Yeah, Cadillacs and dinosaurs. Mitch B. Stan Lee was victim to a pyramid scheme. Poor guy. Same. Anyone try Holly's Final Fight Pi 3 image? It has 47 beat 'em ups only? No way. Black and white? What are you doing? Didn't know you're monetized. Congrats. Oh, and that's from Matrix, my other brother from Texas. How are you doing? Damn, man. Y'all are killing me. This is way too much. The other half of Black and White, the Black and White Network. Not just news, not just entertainment, but sports as well. They have some great commentary. These guys have a podcast. I've downloaded your podcast. I listened to it. And these are some really, really good guys. Of course, my Texas brothers. And for you, I'm going to give you something a little special. Check this one out. Yes, I'm excited for the Killer Instinct cabinet. I can't wait for that damn thing to come out. Matrix, man, thank you so much. Yeah, I got monetized a couple weeks ago, and I didn't really want to make a big deal about it. I just, I really, really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. It's been a long time coming, and I can't wait to do another review series with you guys again. Maybe we can do Book of Boba Fett, because we had a great time with Mandalorian season 1. It's a shame we couldn't get together for season 2. Oh man, NFL 2K. Yes, NFL 2K. Man, I love that. I love that series. I love the 2K series when it was with Sega on Dreamcast. It was awesome. 2-button beat 'em ups. Yeah. It's the two-button beat 'em up images from Tony C. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there. So you guys, Final Fight. Ninja Turtles is 2-button. X-Men is not. X-Men is 3-button. I think Alien vs. Predator is also 3-button. But you can have a lot of fun with 2 buttons, man. And that's not even a sexual thing. That's a whole other thing. I missed many a day from school and broke many a Super Nintendo joypad on Street Fighter 2. Oh, yeah. And, you had to keep extra on hand, brother. I'm telling you. Glad you do. I didn't know if you... I do. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I got to stream soon, but I don't see you so much anymore and miss our chats too. I am busy. I'm traveling a lot. So I'm focusing more on videos and then streaming once a week, maybe even twice if I can get some of my buddies here to commit to talking about these legacy cabinets. Championship. Yeah. Oh, this is 85. All right, man. I wish I was with you. I wish I could go back with you. Third Strike. That was CPS 3. Right? That was CPS 3? I believe that was CPS 3. Not saying they couldn't include it, but I'm just saying that would be maybe if there was a line, if there was a distinction, like, listen, we can only do some. And so, maybe they just wanted to go CPS 2. And I wouldn't mind that if you've got 3 Capcom Legacy cabinets and you've got CPS 1, 2, and 3. I would stack those son of a guns up and just right next to each other. That would be badass. But yeah, Third Strike was really good too. I mean, if you want to do a Street Fighter cabinet, and if you want to really call it the legacy, you could show that progression, that evolution, include that first Street Fighter game, and then 2, maybe 2 iterations of 2, and that's it. And then you have Third Strike, and then you can have the Alpha series, and then throw in one of the Marvel vs. Capcom or something. That'd be awesome. Nice. Yes. Yes, the Killer Instinct is a must-have. Man, I'm pumped. It's because I think they did something that most of these other cabinets aren't doing, is that they have a little bit of variety. There's a very small selection of games, but the variety is there. It's there, and they're good quality games. So you get Killer Instinct 1 and 2, and then you're going to have Battletoads, which is a side-scrolling beat 'em up. The Super Nintendo port of Battletoads and Double Dragon, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I hate the fact that I've got a Super Nintendo port on my Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet. I would rather just leave it off. I mean, I would take one less game because I want arcade ports on my arcade machine. I don't want a console game. Don't try to pad the freaking games list by throwing in some console games. That ain't happening. That's not going to happen. I mean, well, it obviously happened, but I don't think it needs to happen. It's not necessary. Did you get you on the stream email? I will email you. Absolutely. Yes, it is. You dirty. I just jumped in on the conversation. Email us, dude. We need to visit. Absolutely. I will email you for sure. And it's I'm 19kfox1@gmail.com. I don't know. I don't have an email banner, but I do have this one. So we'll go back to the comments. Yeah, I need to get on. We need to talk about some good old conservative garbage. Talk about the government. I don't do that here. I'll talk about games here. I'll talk about arcade machines. I love my projects. I'm going to keep buying more tools. I keep building more stuff. But I like to go on other people's channels and talk about other topics. Need KI 2103 on the KI RK 1-Up cab or no buy. See, that's another thing. If you're going to have a Killer Instinct cabinet, you got to listen to the fans. You got to give them exactly what they want. And if you can't halfway do it, I'm telling you, KI fans they're rabid. Killer Instinct has not been ported to hell and gone. It's a tough game to emulate. The emulation's got to be right. You couldn't just get it anywhere. You couldn't just get the Pandora's Box 456 and it was going to have Killer Instinct on it because it's a tough game. You can't, I mean, to get that to run right, it's tough. So when we finally get our hands on it, some Killer Instinct goodness, it's got to be done correct. So they need to listen to you, Tony. They need to listen to you, brother. Just go straight to Naomi. Yeah, there you go. There you go, project. I mean, go wide open. Then we're talking about Virtua Fighter. Then we're talking about all that stuff. People are going to hate, but I don't think I ever played Killer Instinct. I was more of a Clay Fighters kind of cat. No, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Killer Instinct wasn't because I just talked about it, right? It was fairly rare. It was tough to really emulate. The two the console ports were on N64. So if you didn't have a Nintendo, if you weren't a Nintendo cat, if you were more of a Sega guy, like I was not Super Nintendo. I was Sega Genesis. So I was on that Sega train. I was an NES guy, and then when the Sega came out, it was more edgy. Super Nintendo was more soft and bubbly and more Mario. I wanted, I was in those young teenage years, so Sega was more appealing to me, and I loved all that stuff. Jolly, you're about to freaking. There you go. Eternal Champions on Genesis. Yes. That was a great game. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Eternal Champions was a great Genesis title. Yeah, keep it arcade. No console port. Yes, no console game caps are. Yeah, don't even waste my time. Don't even put that crap on there. I don't want it. I would rather have a crappy arcade ROM than a BS console port. I don't want that. That's not why I'm buying an arcade machine. I'm not going to play a console game on my arcade machine. I want those console games. I mean, I want those arcade games. Consoles can stay on a console. They can plug into a TV, and I can sit down with a controller and do that. But for my arcade experience, I want an arcade game. I want an arcade ROM. And I want it just as authentic as you can possibly make it. I've always said there is no fun you can have with 3 buttons that you can't have with 2. We still talking about games? I'm just asking, brother. Go ahead, McG. Go ahead. 8 buttons in the future. LOL. Try Defender, for example. It's amazing. Eternal Champions updated with better. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. So update. So take Eternal Champions and bring that into the new generation. Well, they did. They basically did that with Killer Instinct, right? One of the things, and I'm gonna probably end on this. When they redid Blue Point was the studio, and when they redid Shadow of the Colossus, when they rebuilt that game, and I don't know if I was a PlayStation guy forever. Shadow of the Colossus on PS2 was phenomenal. I mean, it was great. It was a simple concept overall, but it was one of those cinematic games. And it's a good game when your wife or your significant other will sit on a couch and watch you play it, and they just like looking at it. They're just watching you play it, and they're into it because of just the gameplay, right? And so when they remade that from the ground up for PS4, man, I was all over that. And it was beautiful. It was amazing. So they remake movies all the time. I don't know about you, but I have no problem whatsoever with taking an old game from back in the day and bringing and remaking it. I don't care if it's the same story. The one game I'm thinking of, the one game that really comes to mind is Metal Gear Solid 1, the original one. 2 and 3 have had HD remixes, HD upgrades for PlayStation 3, for the PS Vita even. But the first game has never been updated, with the one exception of the GameCube game, the Twin Snakes. But I tried to play that. My kids had a GameCube at the time. I bought that game. I tried to play it, but on that GameCube controller, I just couldn't do it. You know, I'm used to the standard PlayStation layout, and for me, it just didn't hit, man. It just didn't hit. So, you know, that kind of sucks. So I would really, really hope that they would mind, you know, go back into the vault of all these of the massive catalog of games that that these companies have, and bring them back and just remake them. You know, it's keep the same story, but give us good graphics. Give us a different experience. And I'm going to see if I can. I forgot how to do this, guys. I want to put you in timeout. I need to make some mods, so I'm gonna forget how to do that. Is it a right click? What is it? No. Anyway, we'll work on that. Sorry, guys. I need to get some more mods in here. But yeah, it's one of the things where I have absolutely no problem with remaking a game, bringing it into the new generation, especially if it predates the HD era. If it's before PS3, bring it on. You know, just bring it on. Update it, rebuild it from the ground up. You got studios like Blue Point that did a great job. They can totally do that. They can absolutely do that. And I think that there's a whole nother generation that would appreciate these games. You know, click on the name and then click add mod. Trying to, man. Trying to. It's not working. I don't want to put anybody in timeout. I don't want to block a user. It's not doing it. I don't know why. I'm just getting LOL over and over again. Look, black and white. You're laughing your ass off. Just look at that. Like, he's laughing again. Like, oh, he's laughing again. We'll get that figured out, guys. I apologize for my boomer ass, but yeah, it's okay. It is not my thing, but hey, it's so cool. It doesn't have to be. I mean, you know, I would love for younger generations to appreciate some of these games that we grew up loving. So, you have to be on YouTube. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I see what you're saying. You know what? This is why I have good people in the chat. Give me just 1 second, kids, while I add some mods. This is obviously your reward for super chatting my silly self. Well, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the bourbon is gone. The glass is empty. And oh man, hey, just about to shut it down. Ords, how you doing, brother? Great to see you. So I want everybody to keep your eyes on the channel. I've got I actually hid it, the Countercade. I got it hidden. I don't want y'all to see. It's done. That video is going to be up tomorrow morning. And then we're going to do a pretty in-depth review of the Legacy cabinet. And I'm going to reach out to a few people, see if we can't get a live stream going. And maybe we can all just sort of complain about it, bring up differences, and maybe I want to get the chat involved. And I want you to have the opportunity to ask a bunch of questions. I think eventually these are going to be actually available. You'll be able to actually grab them. So I want everybody to have a chance to ask as many questions as possible. And then hopefully that'll help you make the best decision for you. And you know, money ain't cheap, and some of these things are really expensive. And I want you to be happy with your purchase. So let us answer the questions and be a help to you. Love the community. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you next time.